Hello there. Well, it's April. It's April 2013, and it kind of dawned on me that this is sort of an anniversary. This month, uh, overall, would mark the what is it? The fourth year, I believe, yep, that I've been on YouTube, and man, been through a lot. Been through 3 channels already. Actually about 5 if you count my backups that got taken down. Which those, yeah, they were pretty much fodder anyways. I was uploading like clips and crap there, and YouTube being YouTube and not actually sticking with their own guidelines on customer or user or what have you, the rights. Um, yeah. YouTube is YouTube. But moving on, it's been quite a ride, and I just can't help but remember what it was that got me started on all this, and it was honest to God, it was Dragon Ball Evolution, and I could not believe. It's the weirdest thing too. See, were it not for that movie coming out, I actually may not have ever started making videos. Ever. Period. I had uploaded a couple of videos to my YouTube channel before that, but it was like a music video and something else. I can't even remember. I think it was like Naruto related. But even though like something TV Tokyo had like given it out for free to people, when I tried to upload it, I don't even remember why I was trying to upload it. It was something to do with something that was in it, and I found it odd. But anyways, it you know it was they got angry about it, blocked it, yada yada, so on and so forth. Anyways, but yeah, it was I honestly wasn't uploading much. It was, mostly videos that I uploaded, I only uploaded for the sake of having access to. I was basically using it for personal archiving purposes. Or like if I had like a video that I had downloaded somewhere and they saw that it wasn't like prevalent or, whatever, I figured I might upload it then. But then this movie came out, and I was on message boards, specifically the Yahoo message boards, a lot in regards to that movie. I was on there frequently. I was arguing with people, defending my case, and it's really interesting too because some of the stuff that I got on there, it was wow. The arguments that I saw for that movie, a lot of them devolved into you're gay if you don't like it because there's hot women in it. I wish I was kidding, but hey, it's Yahoo, and it's the internet, so But yeah, they But then I found out that there was this YouTube channel that was dedicated to protesting that movie, and then I saw that they were asking for video submissions in regard to the film, and so I decided, why not? I can do this, and they sat down, and I wound up recording about 7 videos, and they were all videos on the characters specifically, because see, here's what I figured. Okay, people are going to play the adaptation card, because I had seen that done so many times. They're going to play the adaptation card, so, you can't argue on the basis of plot. Don't try to argue on the basis of plot. They'll dismiss it with the adaptation card. It'll be wrong, but they'll do it, and you got to deal with what they're going to do. So I tweaked my strategy, and instead I reviewed the one thing that still matters in an adaptation. See, in an adaptation, an alternate universe, what have you, what matters is that the characters' core personalities are intact. Unless you're going to do like a mirror universe where like they're completely the opposite, for the most part, personalities do have to remain intact. There are certain things about these characters, like even if they're evil, to be perfectly frank, would still be the same because it's just them. It's how they would react. It's taking this base personality type and saying, okay, well, what if it was evil? Or there are guidelines to how that would work. So I just sat down and examined the most important thing, especially for a film adaptation of something, and that was the characters. And I did like a video for each character, and I explained how they screwed them up and they altered them, and it was amusing because people got angry. People got angry because their number one card, the adaptation card, it wouldn't work here. It was not applicable, and that made people very angry. Most of the critique on my reviews had to do with my appearance, the fact that the fact that I look the way I look, and it was just interesting. It culminated in death threats, and that's actually before Doug too, but it was interesting to say the least. There were some very interesting things that happened to me over the course of that time. Wound up getting noticed pretty quickly because of that. Wound up becoming a moderator of said channel because of that and a few other videos I did. It got interesting, to say the least. And yeah, I wound up meeting, sadly, excuse me, wound up meeting Doug8798, who apparently decided that I needed to have my head beat in with a baseball bat and lit on fire because I didn't like Dragon Ball Evolution, and everything with him escalated from there for like 2 years, 3 years almost. And every time he disappeared, he'd come back and he'd be just as much of a dumbass, and apparently he still is. I just can't bring myself to be bothered with him anymore because at this point, I've really said all I can say to argue with him, and arguing with him at this point is literally just repeating the exact same stuff that you already said. It's just genuinely nothing worth it at this point. If he ever actually comes with something new and doesn't just ignore proof given to him, then I'll believe it. I mean, people actually presented, like the latest thing he said, that Dragon Ball had absolutely no inspiration behind it and was literally created to sell toys. In fact, they had toys of it out like before the manga even came out. He claimed something like that. It was so stupid. But yeah, aside from the fact that that's not how that works. But people presented proof with the fact that that Toriyama honestly didn't think that was going to last longer than 14 chapters. He thought for sure that he wasn't even going to get through a full arc before they cancel it. The fact that he actually was going to end it after the first arc and he kept going due to fan demand. The people presented the actual evidence and he literally just dismissed it and said they were lying. So, like I said, there's only so much you can say to him, really, before you're just repeating yourself because he just won't accept evidence. Anyways, all that drama, it was just, I don't want to relive that. That was all kinds of stupid. But, yeah, so, all this drama over a movie, the whole thing where supposedly I had this, enmity with Storms Inc. and I was somehow his enemy or something. I don't even know. That came from that too, and it's all because I got ticked off because the guy is sitting there talking about how Dragon Ball Evolution is honestly the best we could ever hope for. It's honestly not that bad. It's an accurate adaptation, and people need to get over it and realize it's an adaptation, and it's not going to be a carbon copy of the manga, even though everybody already acknowledged that. So, yeah. But he's doing all that, and then he makes a video when the rumors come out that the sequel will be focusing on Dragon Ball Z about what they need to do for that, and he's suddenly all kinds of concerned about accuracy. You can't change this. This has to be right. You need to do this. That, and he's getting into all these details. Whereas before he just kind of brushed it off as the best we could expect. Now suddenly it had to be good. Now suddenly it had to be perfect. So I got mad. And I said, flat out, if he genuinely believes that this was the best we could hope for a Dragon Ball film, but a Dragon Ball Z movie had to be perfect, then he's not a real fan. If you can excuse the origin, the beginning, the thing that started what you seem to think was so vastly superior and has to be perfect, if you can absorb, if you can, live with a butchery and a bastardization of that, then you've got no right to expect this to be good. Unless you're a fanboy of only this. So, yeah. I called him out, I said he was a Z-tard, and I got pissed. And he got pissed. And, challenged me right there on my video, and I said, okay, you know what, fine, we'll do that. And then, later on, when we're trying to set it up, he backs out. Says, no, I wasn't talking about an internet debate at all. I was talking about you driving down here to see me, and we will talk this over face to face. No cameras. It's like, he challenged me. He said that he was a better fan than I would ever be, and he could prove it. That he knew more about the series than I ever would, and he could prove it. But apparently proving it was just face-to-face in private, and then people would have to take his word for it what happened, I guess. And still, yeah, I'm going to drive all the way. He lives like, to put this in perspective, like 1,000 miles away from here. And he actually expected me to fly or drive all that way to talk to him about an internet argument. It got, yeah. So we backed out of that. And in the process of trying to get him to basically own up to the fact that he backed out of it, when he was denying he backed out of it, critique the review he did and things, and then I just let it go. I let it go after that. I just let it go until about like a year or so later when he made a video where he not only admitted that he lied about Dragon Ball Evolution to promote it, but actually said that the people who hated it secretly liked it and paid to go see it anyway, or secretly liked it and were just mad that they had to pay to go see it because they're cheap. Yeah. He also then made anti-protest channel shirts or whatnot. Yeah. And honestly, though, the thing that still irks me the most about it to this day, it's not the cheap shot. It's the fact that he did admit that he lied about Dragon Ball Evolution to promote it to people. And really, when you're trying to make a name for yourself as a critic, as a reviewer, as whatever, and you flat out admit to your audience that you lied to their face and that you are willing to lie about something's quality in order to promote it to them, you've got no integrity. I really don't understand why people take him seriously. Why people are actually okay with him lying about things. And they are too. They're okay with it. They came out and said, so what? I honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't even know. I mean, he's not even that good of a reviewer, to be perfectly blunt. Whenever, even when he's right for the wrong reasons. So, like, he'll say this movie's bad, and it is bad, but it's not bad for the reasons he thinks it's bad for. It's bad for all these reasons over here, which he's actually okay with. But that's neither here nor there. Long story short, though, that honestly is what kept me started on YouTube, and if not for that movie, I guess I wouldn't be here. So, silver linings, I guess. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for walking with me down memory lane for a bit. Well, Here's to 4 more years, I guess. Yeah, I will catch you guys later.